Hello and welcome again to Your Marriage Matters with the Serranos. I'm Dr. Nephetina Serrano, and I have my lovely husband, Dr. Richard Serrano, and we're the Marriage CEOs. Welcome to another episode of Your Marriage Matters. We have an amazing show for you today. We're talking about health, wealth, and relationship. And we have a couple all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, we're super excited to have them. They are Mr. Terrance Hutchinson and Butta B-Rocka. Yeah, you know her. She is the one. She's right here live on Dominion TV. Welcome, guys. How are you today?
Great.
Good.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming.
Yes.
This is a pleasure and a joy, for me, Terrance, because I just recently acquired you as my health coach.
Yes.
So I'm super excited to have that in my life. And we just couldn't wait to get you on the show.
Yeah.
So you guys are in for such a treat today, and I just, I'm just super excited. So if you see me doing this, I'm just trying to get the nerves out because, one of the things that we wanted to have you on the show because you are doing an amazing work within your own self.
Thank you.
And even while we're in the pandemic, we need to learn self-care.
That's right.
How to care for ourselves,
Absolutely.
how to do well by ourselves. And so I have, I want to call him Dr. Hutchinson, but, I know he's working on it. He's working on it. But, what's so amazing is that we have to take care of this temple.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
For longevity.
Yeah.
We want to be here for a while.
Yeah.
And so I just want you to know that I am just excited to have you today to talk about this health. Because without health,
There's no
wealth doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean
it
anything.
really, really doesn't.
That's right.
So tell us a little bit about your company, what you're doing, so that we can just know a little more about you, the audience. Let them know what you're doing right now.
Okay, well, I'm Terrance Hutchinson. I'm a certified elite trainer, a certified diabetes educator and prevention specialist, exercise therapy specialist, and a corrective exercise specialist, and also a sports nutritionist.
Awesome.
Wow, that's
So,
awesome.
Yeah, my company name is Your Best Lifestyles. And,
Your Best Lifestyles.
Yes, living
Love
your
it.
best lifestyles.
Love it.
Yeah.
The best life that you can live,
Yeah.
a
Wow.
healthier lifestyle that you can live. So I live by that, and I really push the envelope for that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
really good. When I think about that, right, I think about living in a place where everything you do is healthy.
Yeah.
Because when you're
Wow.
transforming your mind into that place, then everything you do is healthy.
Right.
Everything you do is better for
Yes.
you. And then having your circle around you that's helping
Yeah.
you, your team,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I know for my wife, that's what she needed. She
Yeah.
needed a team. She needed somebody to say, come on, babe, this is what you're going to do, this is what because I want to see her best life.
Yes.
Yes.
As a husband, I want to see her best life, and I want her to see my best life.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
And we shouldn't just, of course, it's good to live for yourself, but
Yeah.
also you got to remember when you're married, you have that other person also there
Right.
that's rooting you on, and you want to look your best for.
Yeah.
So how fulfilling is that for you? Because I know it has to be, because some people come to you that are broken,
Yeah.
and spirit-wise they're broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's very fulfilling for me to help other people try to practice great self-care techniques.
Yeah.
Especially right now during COVID-19,
Wow.
it's really, it's imperative for you to really do so.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to supporting your spouse, it's everything,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
what I like to coach people who are in relationships or in marriages, right? You have to remain an asset to your spouse
Right.
and not a liability. Because if something happened to her or something happened to him, now all of a sudden you become the caretaker.
Yeah.
And that put extra stress on the caretaker.
Wow.
They have to clothe you, they have to feed you, they have to bathe you, they have to, do all these different things. So imagine the stress that you put on this person.
Right.
So most people, when you neglect to take care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally, eventually what you're going to do, you're going to increase their stress. You become irritable, you become frustrated, all of a sudden that can really, punch holes in a marriage or a relationship. So having that support group is everything.
Yeah.
You have to lift each other up to make sure that you're eating together, you're working out,
Yeah.
you're praying, you're meditating, you're doing
Yeah.
all these great things together to make sure that you're increasing your activities of daily living and also increasing your abundance, your daily abundance in life. So it's very important for me to really push that message.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
good.
I just want to say personally for myself and Dr. Serrano, this has been a journey for us. It has been a journey, and of course, Terrance, when we first called you because I was struggling. For those who don't know, I was diagnosed with diabetes in 2017, and I have struggled tremendously with the medications.
Yeah.
And I was having a struggle with my medication when I remembered after
Yeah.
meeting you at a business
Yeah.
conference that
Exactly.
this is what you do.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
And I was like, I'm going to give him a call.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad I did because you took the time with me that day. I'll never forget it. You took the time, and we must have spent at least 1 hour on the
Yeah.
phone
Yeah, among
of
friends.
your time
Yeah.
to help me, to just encourage me, because I don't know, but for you guys that are out there that do have diabetes and that know the struggle of what diabetics go through, our bodies don't always react well to that medication.
Right, exactly.
It just doesn't. And my body was rejecting everything.
Yeah.
And so I needed to, my husband was very worried, right?
Yeah,
You
I
were
sure
very
was.
worried.
Yeah.
And it was a hard place for us. It's a hard place for us. And it was causing problems within our relationship, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sure
And
was.
how did you feel about that?
Well, I mean, first of all, I didn't even want you to take the medication. That
Yeah.
was number one.
Number one,
Because
yeah.
I know that when you start taking medication, then you need other medication for that medication,
Right.
and it just continues on.
Yeah.
The cycle is a vicious cycle with
Yeah.
medication. So that was something I didn't want you to do. And then as you was taking it, then you was going through what you was going through. Didn't make me feel good because most of the times you couldn't do the things that you wanted to do.
Right.
Working out and doing those things, you didn't have the energy
Yeah.
to do those things after taking the medication, and
Yeah.
it's supposed to make you feel better.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have to really take heed and learn of these medications
Yeah.
and also of our bodies. And
Yeah.
that's what Dr. Nephetina was doing. She was learning her body.
Yeah.
She was learning
Yeah.
to say, listen, this is not working for me.
Yeah.
But when she goes to the doctor, they just want to give her something else,
Yeah,
or they want to lower it
Yeah.
instead of saying, listen, you need to, as far as your nutrition, your eating habits or exercise, they don't talk a lot about that.
Not
Not
really.
a lot.
Maybe
Not
10%.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
about it. Everything else is medication.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
you have to let food be thy medicine.
Right.
You have to go back the way our ancestors ate,
Yeah.
from the garden to the table concept,
Yeah.
Excellent.
from the air, from the vine, from the sea, from the land, and keep everything whole. A lot of times when people suffer from lifestyle conditions like diabetes, they put you on medicine. Some people suffer from the side effects, the complications of it. It can be fatigue.
Yes.
It can be, lack of sleep, weight gain, all these different side effects, and most likely they're going to give you another med to counter what the complications are.
Right.
Now you compounding it, You know, so if they say, hey, work out, exercise, but the medicine is making you so tired
Yes,
That-
that
that's
you
what
can't
was happening.
move.
Yeah.
And then if you put on 50 pounds, or it may have a steroid component on there, you're not, you know.
Yeah.
So if you're not moving and you're on the couch, most likely you're going to gain, you know, 20 pounds. You may become an emotional eater, cookies, donuts, whatever, wings. And now you increase your risk of clinical 2 and 3 obesity, joint pain, arthritis, you know, coronary heart disease, a stroke. So now you potentially put yourself at risk for all these lifestyle complications. And then now you potentially put your marriage or your relationship at risk.
Yes.
You know, because now if you catch a, God forbid, you catch a stroke, now you got to learn how to use your gross motor skills, your fine motor skills, learn how to talk, learn how to chew, learn how to put on your clothes. You may not even know how to, you know, button a shirt.
Wow.
You know, so all those things, you know, you have to really pay attention to.
Wow. Well, you know, that was one of the things that happened to me. Remember, I passed out.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was a very scary situation for me. I really didn't know what I was going to do. And that's when it became real for me.
Yeah, yeah.
I had my first episode of passing out. And thankfully, I didn't go into seizure or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it became real for me. And then I realized, wow, you know, because you're not exercising self-control, because you're just determining that you can do what you want when you want, because you're being selfish, because I believe that I was being selfish, right? Not taking care of me. He's worried, he's concerned, and it was putting stress on him. I was losing time at work, still am to this day,
But listen,
right?
but listen, here's the deal. As busy entrepreneurs, doctors, life happens. You go after your dream, your vision, your purpose, and a lot of times taking time to eat or practice self-care because the adrenaline is so high, you know, you may not even think about food until the day is over. You haven't eaten anything.
Wow.
So now you go to eat because everything smells and looks so amazing right now. I don't
So
care what
true.
it is. Once your glucose drops,
Yes.
so this is a common
So
thing
true.
with business owners,
Good.
entrepreneurs.
That's right.
So I'm saying that don't be hard on yourself. Anybody out there? So if you're going after your dream, living your purpose, and just go, right? You're going to forget sometimes to eat, to drink water, to stretch, to meditate, because you got things going on, man. Life is happening. Okay?
Yeah.
Running a show and then traveling all over the world, promoting your business, and takes a lot of work. So you're not going to be thinking about, let me work out in the hotel gym, or let me eat properly, because the adrenaline is so spiked. You know, so when you remember to eat, now if it's on the set, they have pizza over there, depending on what set you're on. You know what I mean? You're going to grab a slice or two.
Yes.
So if you say, hey, I pass out, this was a wake-up call to me, your body say, okay, this is it. Shut it down.
Wow.
So what it did, it alerts you to say, okay, I need you to focus and pay more attention to your health and wellness right now. Because once it fails, your business fails. Your money slows up. Now you put pressure on him. Okay, now you put pressure on the crew. You put pressure on loved ones, family members. Everybody get pressurized because they're going to run to your rescue. So that was a wake-up call, but that was the call that you was needing. God told you, okay, let me shut you down right quick, because he did it to me and he do it to you. So don't feel so bad about it.
Well, thank you.
That's an opportunity for self-improvement.
And I'm so glad that I called you. We're talking about health, wealth, and relationship today. And don't go anywhere, because we're going to come right back with Your Marriage Matters.
Hi, we are Doctors Richard and Nephetina Serrano, your relationship experts, also Your Marriage Matters television show.
Yes, we support you to achieve balance and stability in your life and in your marriage, to give you a more complete, unified walk together. Well, you know you are journeying together. We currently have for you our Rise Up Together We Win. We want you to know that you can do it. Marriage was meant for success. God intended it, and it is His institution. Come on, let's rise up together. We win.
God bless you.
And welcome back to Your Marriage Matters on Dominion TV. We are here with Butta B-Rocka and Terrance Hutchinson. Yes, he is my wellness coach, and he is helping me to get healthy, to get well, to get my life and live my best life.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because I could do that right here, right now. I don't have to wait for that.
That's
we
right.
can live our best life right now. So,
Absolutely.
as we were discussing about health and the fact that, I was diagnosed with diabetes, you have an amazing story. I would love for you to share with our audience today what happened, what you went through, and how you were able to recover.
My story was recovering, going through a divorce, moving from New York to Atlanta, 39 years old, coming from property. Now I'm living with my mother at 39 years old. I was like, this wasn't happening. So when I got to Atlanta, I was suppressing my frustration, my anger, depression. I didn't know that in men, the signs and symptoms of depression was frustration, irritability, anger. I was drinking, I was partying, I was very neglecting my health. I was just trying to suppress everything. And over about 2 years of, being a bachelor, eating fast food and just partying, drinking and everything like that, my body says, look, no, okay, this is the wake-up call. So I set up an appointment to my primary physician. When I got there that morning, I just passed out in the lobby.
Wow.
So yeah, and they was like, you know what's going on with you, and I'm back in the ambulance. Like, no, I don't know. So they touching my skin, I was clammy. I literally was laying on the gurney, and I saw myself leave my body.
Wow.
And looked down at me and said, "Look what you done did." I said, "You stupid," And I saw it, like I never saw that before, and that frightened me. Wow. So I'm gonna say this: I was in ICU for 3.5 days, hooked up with IVs. 5 of us checked in with diabetes complications. Only one person checked out, and that was me. Everybody else died. Wow. Right. So my glucose level was a 1360. My A1C was a 9.5. And I don't know how I walked out of there, but when I was laying in ICU hooked up, I said, okay, if you give me another chance, I'm going to change my life around. But the crazy thing, when I thought my life was falling apart, it actually was falling in place.
Wow. That's
so
good.
my mess became my message.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the ambulance ride costs from 2 traffic lights to go to the hospital was $1,200 for that ride. The most expensive ride you're ever going to take in your life.
Right. And it wasn't a pretty one either.
Yeah. And the doctor bill was close to $40,000.
Wow.
So it costs less money to take care of yourself than to constantly be sick.
Yes.
Okay?
Medication.
It costs too much to be ill or hurt or injured. I mean, every one of us went to the doctor before emergency visit, whatever it is. You got the bill. It costs too much.
Yeah.
So somebody says to me, Terrance, it costs too much to eat healthy. I was like, oh yeah? Where do you get a price of an aspirin from the doctor?
Wow.
It's $10 for one aspirin.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the medicine that they keep pumping you. Big Pharma is a multi-billion-dollar, trillion-dollar business. You see what I'm saying? So they want you to pretty much stay sick. You know what I mean? So they can get money off of you, insurance companies, everything. It's a big cycle. So it's important that for me at the time, it was important for me because I realized, the medicine they had me on was called Lantus. It was during the time when Cialis was coming out.
Okay, yes, I remember that.
So
medicine.
it was like a pen. It had 4 30-milligram dosage in it. You turn it to 4,
dial,
and you inject yourself. Okay, I had great insurance. My insurance did not cover that.
Okay.
Right?
Wow.
$160 per week for 5 pens.
Wow.
Per week.
Wow.
So that medicine
Wow.
was going to put me in the poorhouse, right?
That was a car note.
Yeah. Imagine the average diabetic sufferer is going to spend annually around $6,000 to $8,000 annually.
Wow.
Just imagine what you can do with that money. You understand me? Over 30 million people are diagnosed with diabetes right now in this country, just off maintenance. So I had to learn how to reverse it in order to save thousands of dollars per year, per month, just to take care of myself. And that came through education, diet, exercise, support group, family, you know, just constantly reading, constantly getting up on it, and say, wow, they're gonna lock you in for maintenance and keep you on the med, right? So I had to realize that I had to get off this medicine. So I had to work hard. I had to lose 30 pounds right away. But the thing about it with diabetes, once your numbers are so high, it's going to strip the weight off you anyway. I was 242 pounds. I lost 22 pounds in 3 days, like that. So it was you lose your appetite. You have dry mouth, frequent urination, right? Lack of sleep, lack of appetite.
Okay.
So you're not eating.
Yes.
But you're thirsty because your mouth is so dry, so you're drinking more sugar, thinking you're going to satisfy it, and you're just raising your glucose level up, and now you're pushing. This is why I ended up in the emergency room.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? So you really have to really pay attention to it. It's a big deal.
Wow.
And you were in his life during this time, right? Well, no, not at that time.
No.
Okay. Okay. Because I was going to say that had to be scary, right? You would have known that. Yeah.
I wish he was there. You know, I wish he was
So
around.
this was after the trials and tribulation of his story, his life.
When she met me, I was slim and trim.
Ready.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You had to tighten right. Okay.
Yeah, God had already was preparing me for this.
Wow.
You know,
So that's why you said it was part of your process. It was part of your new perspective
You know,
on where you
with
need
her,
to go.
you know, she was like, "Oh, if I would have known you back then, you would have never." If she was,
But B would have been like, no.
she was
It
like,
wasn't
no,
happening.
No, it wouldn't. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So what did you find yourself? What did you do? So I mean, I'm still sitting in the lost 22 pounds in 3 days.
Yeah. That's the side effect.
That's just something.
Yeah.
The medication or
no,
was
it's just a symptom of the disease when it hits you, because you're not eating, you're not drinking, you're not sleeping, and then you're urinating, frequent urination.
Okay.
So your body is just shriveling up, and this is what the complication of diabetes does to the body, you know. And I thought something was going on. I knew I couldn't see.
Wow.
So the sugar went into my lenses. So, you know, they had to put me in. That's another thing. So when you come out, they condition you. You got to go see the eye doctor. You got to go see the dentist. You got to go see all these specialists. That's going to cost you thousands and more dollars, even with insurance. And you can have top tier insurance.
Wow.
You're still going to spend great money on the eye doctor. My glasses were $950.
Oh, yeah.
3-1 bifocals.
Yep, me too.
Wow.
Guess what? I don't even use those glasses now. I can't see out of them anymore.
Wow.
So I was
you
literally
reversed it.
blind because the sugar was too much.
Too much.
Wow.
It's too much.
Wow.
So it's going to cost you thousands of dollars to stay sick constantly.
Yeah.
So the best thing you can do is get out and walk. Eat right. Spend that extra money for fruits and vegetables. Hire a trainer. You know, walk the dog. Do some yard work.
Yes.
You know, chores.
Yes.
You have the body's designed to move.
Say
you
that
have
part
to-
again.
Chores.
Chores.
Y'all heard that?
Chores.
Don't
Yeah.
be scared of chores.
Don't
It's
be-
good for
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And you know, just keep moving, because I'm gonna tell you something.
Absolutely.
Life is moving so fast,
That's right.
and we are constantly busy with our businesses, being an entrepreneur, being parents, being in relationships. So we're distractions everywhere.
Yeah.
So we have to remain focused on self-care.
Absolutely.
Right now with COVID-19, stay home, sit in the house, don't go outside, cover your face. All these things are going to weaken your immune system.
Wow.
us.
Yes.
If you're diabetic, that's a problem for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you suffer from seasonal allergies,
Yeah.
respiratory issues, asthma, bronchitis, this is a problem for you.
Wow.
Okay, you need to be outside getting the vitamin D from the
Absolutely,
sun, the
yeah.
fresh air. If you look at nature, nature is still evolving. The birds are chirping. The water is bluer. The squirrels is chasing each other. The grass is greener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The human species are the only species that have to adapt right about now. But if you're staying home in a sedentary position
Wow.
and you're snacking
Yeah.
and you're not moving, you're going to increase your risk of weight gain, joint pain,
Absolutely.
arthritis, a stroke,
Wow.
So you have to, the opposite, what they say do, you have to get outside. I asked her, you went outside today? Because she's more like on the computer like
Yes.
this,
Right.
That's
8
our
hours,
world.
10
That's how we make
hours.
our money.
So yeah,
Okay.
it's
Wow.
important to move.
Wow. Listen.
Good information.
You are a wealth of information, and I know when the world really finds out who Terrance Hutchinson
Yes.
is, we may not even be able to get a phone call in.
You're always going to be, I answer your phone calls, definitely.
We are so thankful to have you, and
Thank
I
you.
know my husband. Wow. My husband was so happy that I made that phone call.
Yeah, and I was too.
Yeah.
When you guys call, I said, this is what it is. So the 1 hour, I just put everything on the back burner for you guys because, we met in Florida and we talked briefly then, when at the event that she performed at, and I wanted to make sure that I was there for you guys.
Thank you.
Just like now, you know
Thank
what
you.
I'm saying? So it's important.
Well, listen, I really hate to even go, so we're going to have another segment with them. You will have to watch part
Yes,
2
yes.
because we are here with Butta B-Rocka and Mr. Terrance Hutchinson. Listen, he's a personal trainer, health, wellness coach, yes, in a real sense, certified and ready to help and assist you. How can they reach out to you very quickly?
You can reach out to me. My website is www.yourbestlifestyles.com or Terrance.Hutchinson, the number 2 at Gmail, or just call the number at 404-312-2748. And also, she's my public relations and media guru too. So
All
there's
right.
that old Robinson
Excellent.
PR and media group. You see?
Wow.
See how
Yeah.
God knows how to put you both
Yeah,
together.
man.
Well, thank you guys for being with us today. You've been watching Your Marriage Matters on Dominion TV.
Yeah.
Hi, we are Doctors Richard and Nephetina Serrano, your relationship experts, also Your Marriage Matters television show.
Yes, we support you to achieve balance and stability in your life and in your marriage to give you a more complete, unified walk together. Well, you are journeying together. We currently have for you our Rise Up Together We Win. We want you to know that you can do it. Marriage was meant for success. God intended it, and it is His institution. Come on, let's rise up together. We win.
God bless you.